माननीय सुखेंदु शेखर रॉय जी, आप बताएं किस 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 धारा के तहत आप पहुंचे, किस धारा, रूल क्या, किस रूल के तहत?
258 में माननीय सभापति जी, माननीय सदस्य ने कहा कि 1980 में मंडल आयोग की रिपोर्ट आई और 90 में लागू की गई। 80 से 90 तक कांग्रेस पार्टी की सरकार थी। मंडल आयोग की सिफारिशें 10 साल तक ठंडे बस्ते में डाले रखी गई और जब 89 में कांग्रेस की सरकार चली गई, जनता
ये पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर है, सुन लिया हमने, सुन लिया
करके
सुन लिया
यही चाहते हैं कि
सुन लिया आपकी बात
के लिए भी 10 साल तक ठंडे बस्ते में।
कृपया बैठे अपनी जगह।
थैंक यू सर। मैं भी वीकर सेक्शन का हूँ। वीकर सेक्शन का मतलब जिन लोगों का कम समय है उनमें से मैं भी हूँ।
नहीं
मांगता हूँ मैं आपसे।
मुझे रस्सी देने का अधिकार आप ही सब बोल दिया था सुबह में, वही मैं काम कर रहा था।
पावर है, रूल में आपका पावर है
जी। नहीं बता।
पहली बात, मैं कोई चुनावी भाषण नहीं दूंगा, ना ही मैं बिल के विरोध में कुछ बोलना चाहूंगा। मैं थोड़ा बहुत क्लैरिफिकेशन मांगना चाहता हूं आदरणीय कानून मंत्री जी से। पहला बात है कि nowhere in the constitution that economic weaker section has been defined. Nowhere. Article 46 कानून मंत्री जी ने उल्लेख किया, वहां पे वीकर सेक्शन जरूर बताया गया, लेकिन इकोनॉमिक वीकर सेक्शन कहीं भी नहीं है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में। यहाँ पे जो एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया गया उसमें इसको इंपोर्ट किया गया फॉर द पर्पसेस ऑफ दिस आर्टिकल एंड आर्टिकल 16 इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन कोट अनकोट shall be such as may be notified by the state from time to time on the basis of family income, etc., etc. So, a new definition has been imported and the constitution has been redefined by this government through this bill. इसका क्लैरिफिकेशन मुझे चाहिए। नंबर 2 है कि कैबिनेट ने शायद, मुझे मालूम नहीं, आई एम नॉट ए मेंबर ऑफ द कैबिनेट, लेकिन न्यूज़पेपर रिपोर्ट निकला कि 3 दिन पहले कैबिनेट अप्रूव अमेंडमेंट्स टू अलाउ 10% रिजर्वमेंट। किसके लिए? हु वुड फॉल इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ द इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन इफ देयर टोटल इनकम पर ईयर इज ₹8 लाख और लेस। तो आज 8 लाख है, 8 लाख तक है। अगर कल सरकार को ये रवैया होता है कि इसको बढ़ाना चाहिए तो 8 लाख को 20 लाख भी कर सकते हैं। ये प्रावधान रखा गया इस एक्सप्लेनेशन फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम। He says that economic criteria, quote, economic criteria cannot be the sole basis for determining the backward class of citizens contemplated by Article 16 of the Constitution. That is what, please, that is what we had decided in the majority judgment in 1992. This is in black and white. In my view, not my view, Sukhendu Shekhar view, Justice Ahmed's view. In my view, the government decision conflicts with the majority view of the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court, unquote. Justice Ahmed. Then he again says, quote, I think this 10% reservation for general category requires a more deeper study. सुबह से सारे मेंबर जो बोल रहे थे कि हमारा ये तो स्क्रूटिनी नहीं हुआ, ना तो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी ना ज्वाइंट कमेटी, कोई कहीं नहीं हुआ। अगर होता तो सिर्फ एमपी लोग नहीं, पब्लिक एट लार्ज नोटिफिकेशन इशूड होता, उनका ओपिनियन इनवाइट किया जाता, तो कुछ नहीं हुआ। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बिल पास कर रहे हैं हिंदुस्तान के संसद में, सब देख रहे हैं, सारा हिंदुस्तान देख रहे हैं कैसे पास हुआ जा रहा है। तो उन्होंने भी सजेस्ट किया था कि this requires a more deeper study. And then again he says, regarding that cap, 50% cap, quote, the Supreme Court had put a cap so that reservations are not introduced and the limit increased only for election purposes. Not my statement, Justice Ahmedi. With this decision, now what remains is just 40% unreserved seats, unquote. And finally he says, quote, chances of employment for others will shrink, and within the 40%, there is a big population of the country looking for employment. Make in India has not happened. If it had happened, there would have been jobs. So it seems to me that it is an election gimmick, unquote. मैं नहीं बोला, मैं बोलूंगा तो बोलोगे कि बोलता है, मैं नहीं बोलना चाहता. So we have to wait and watch how the courts will interpret this constitutional bill if it is challenged before the Supreme Court. Let the Honorable Law Minister may kindly clarify. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chandu Shekhar ji. Sri Honorable CM Ramesh.
Sir, yesterday, already on behalf of Telugu Desam, my leader Chandrababu Naidu told to the press, we are supporting this bill, but in the last minute, last hour, why this bill has been brought. If you have brought this bill 3 years before, so many vacancies are there, so many employees are being benefited. I am telling all technical issues, my colleagues Derek has spoken, Sukhendra has spoken, rest Kapil Sibal has also spoken. For any bill in the last minute, previously Congress also brought our AP reorganization. We are seen in this house. They thought that that will be politically benefited. But it is boomerang. Now same way, this government also, in the last minute, they are bringing this bill to only for political benefit. This also, it will be boomerang to them. Definitely, I have one some of my colleagues has been missed.
Second round.
Such an important bill, sir. Okay. Now, when Kapil Sibal was speaking, so many ministers also sitting here.
There are some more speakers from your party.
Yeah.
Please.
Now, ministers, they should have spoken in the cabinet. It has been table item, sir. Such an important bill. Ministers also doesn't know this bill is coming. They made a table item. They should discuss in the cabinet, not here. Other important, sir, I gather that the proposed bill finds an echo in ordinance promulgated in Gujarat in 2016. The ordinance provided 10% quota to upper caste there. The Gujarat High Court in Dayaram, Khemkar Verma versus the state of Gujarat quashed the ordinance in August 2016. The case has been referred to the 5-judge bench of the Supreme Court. Still it is pending. Now again, so many technical issues, so many other are spoken. Only because they lost the elections, something they have to show their faces to the outside. Last time they also, Congress did our AP reorganization bill. People are thinking that one. Same, this government also, for election benefit they are doing. Such a type of bills should have brought 3 years before. Finally, we support this bill. Thank you, sir.
Sri Naresh Gujral, Mani Naresh Gujral ji.
Sir, all societies face serious challenges on account of discrimination and institutionalized inequality. The US has the African Americans, Europe has gypsies, Australia has aborigines, but nowhere in the world are inequality by birth and moral neutrality to such discrimination so institutionalized as our society. Sir, future of the vast majority of our children can reasonably be predicted at the time of their birth by assessing the family's economic status, parental education, and the caste and religion. So far as our societies has ignored the plight of religious groups other than Hindus who are also mired in poverty and inequality. So this bill seems to open up the debate of reservations for Muslims, Christians, Jains, and certain Sikh communities, as well as other minorities. So we need an urgent and honest national debate and a sensible and pragmatic response so that all children who are disadvantaged are dealt a fair hand. Common sense should be the guiding principle in evolving a more rational model of reservations. So far, it has been seen that the creamy layer has been taking all the advantages of reservations, and I don't understand how a family that declares an income of 8 lakhs or has 5 acres of land can be called the poorest of the poor. Sir, the fact is that our youth are frustrated and clamoring for jobs, and our economy is not producing enough jobs to satisfy them. We basically need to create more jobs, which would be possible only if we incentivize labor-intensive industry. Sir, tourism is one such industry which is a huge employment generator. But what have we done? We are putting a 24% GST on hotels in this country, and tourism is moving away from India to Sri Lanka, to Thailand, to other countries in the East. Similarly, sir, another employment generator is garments. Garment manufacturing provides the maximum number of jobs after agriculture in this country. The entire economy of Bangladesh is built by just one industry, which is garments. So, sir, today, our exports, this huge country exports 17 billion of textiles. Only Bangladesh is exporting 32 billion and moving towards 50 billion in the next 3 years. As a result of this, they have moved up in the Human Development Index. Their women are doing very well, and their birth rate has fallen. So my point is that the government needs to take more pragmatic steps to incentivize labor-intensive industry. Sir, I would say that the government has taken many steps to repair a damaged economy. But, sir, we have to take more pragmatic steps. I give an example of electronics. Today, our import of electronics, the bill is almost the same as that of petroleum. China has created millions of jobs in this sector. We need to take pragmatic steps. We need to incentivize this industry so that more jobs are created. Just this reservation is not going to satisfy our youth. Many friends from across have said they have given figures of how many jobs are being created in the government sector. Those are very few. Eventually, the answer lies that the industry will have to create jobs, and for that they need to be incentivized. And I do hope that the next NDA government will take more steps to ensure that we incentivize our industry and create more jobs. Thank you very much, sir.